Hello, my dear students. Hope you are all doing well. We are discussing tense currently. Tense we shall be completing in a set of 4 videos, out of which this is the second video. First video you have already seen. And if you haven't seen, I would recommend you first see that and then you see this video. Then it will become clearer to you. Well, I am Ekta Singhvi and here we discuss grammar and moral stories. So today's topic is grammar. So you already know an overview of tense. There are three main types of tense: past tense, present tense, and future tense. And each of these three types, they have four subtypes: indefinite tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, and perfect continuous tense. So, three types and four subtypes in total, it makes it 12 types of tenses, and this is the sole reason for confusion. But don't be confused, because we shall be discussing very simple steps to learn these tenses. Then we also saw types of forms of verb in the last video. uh, each verb, they have present tense, past tense, and past participle form. Present tense form, past tense form, past participle form. Now, for the ease of understanding, we are using short forms for denoting these forms of verbs. They are V1 for present tense, V2 for past tense, and V3 for past participle. So whenever there is a mention of present tense, you will see V1 in all the slides. Okay, past tense is denoted by V2 and past participle is denoted by V3. So please remember, V1, V2, V3, they are showing just different forms of verb, that is present tense, past tense, and past participle respectively. And this is a very important point which I would like to mention to you, that is, please remember, learn, mug up the three forms of all the verbs, because to understand tense you will need the three forms of all the verbs, like come, go, see, move, dance, speak, talk, run, whatever. There are innumerable number of verbs, as you know, and you have to know the three forms of each of the verb. Say if we take come. So what are the three forms? Come, came, come. Run, run, ran, run. Sit, sit, sat, sat. So this is what I mean by the three forms of verb. This is present tense, past tense, and past participle: sit, sat, sat. And these only we shall be denoting by V1, V2, and V3, because you shall be seeing this again and again. So lest any confusion arises, I am trying to clear it out. Okay, so three forms of verbs. Then there will be three types of sentences which we shall be discussing every time. Whenever we are talking of a particular tense, we shall also talk about the type of sentences, so that you know that these are all same thing. It is not something else, something you have to learn some other time. No, you have to learn everything at one time only. You have to start knowing everything from now onwards. It's not like you will know something at this point and then know something else at the later point. Let's take an overview of everything, and then when we do the detailed study, then you will come to understand each one of them even better. But as of now, you should at least know what are the types that are existing. So if we speak about the type of sentences, you know, they are affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. We have spoken about all this in the last video, and I shall not be taking more time here. So let us quickly jump into the topic. So today's topic is present tense. As I already told you, present tense. And as we know, present tense, like all the three tenses, they also come in four different types. They are simple present tense or present indefinite tense. It is called indefinite because there is no definite mention of time, so it is indefinite tense. Second type is present continuous tense. Third type is present perfect tense, and the fourth type is present perfect continuous tense. Now, we shall be doing each one of them in brief. Now, the first one which we shall take up is present indefinite tense. As I told you, present indefinite tenses are used, it is called indefinite because there is no definite mention of time. Even though there will be today or at 4 p.m., at 5 p.m., still some indefiniteness remains there. So it is known as indefinite tense. Now, where do we use present indefinite tense or simple present tense? They are used in places which are always true, in some sentences which are universal true, like the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. So it will always be simple present tense. Some permanent situations like I stay at Kolkata. Okay, I always stay at Kolkata. So this will remain present tense so long as I am living. Hmm. Or if I change my place, then that's a different issue altogether. But otherwise, these type of sentences will remain present tense. I stay in Kolkata or I live in Kolkata. Then some future timetable. Suppose our train leaves at 11 a.m. So if I say today also for tomorrow, I will say like our train leaves at 11 a.m. because every day it is leaving at 11 a.m. So something which is happening every day, we say those sentences in simple present tense. Or if we mention somebody's habit, she plays table tennis every Tuesday. So she plays table tennis every Tuesday. So even if she will play next Tuesday, we will say like that. But that's the way of saying. So this is first thing where we use simple present tense. Second thing that we have to know is the formula. As I told you, formula is very important for all the tenses. So what is the formula? See, subject, then V1. What is V1? V1 is the present tense. Present tense, and as situation maybe S or ES might be added to it, plus rest of the sentence. And as you all know, sentences, they have three different forms. So this is affirmative, negative, and interrogative. So if we take one example, he goes to school. This is a simple present tense. He goes to school. And see, since he is a third person, we add es to goes. He goes to school. Had this been I, it would be go. I go to school. But since it is he, it becomes goes. So that is how it is. Negative will be he does not. Now we add a does, a do verb. Since it is third person, so this goes, does, these things will be there. He does not go. Now the goes become go because does is there. So goes will become go here. He does not go to school. This is negative. And does he go to school? He goes to school becomes does he go to school in interrogative, in question. So this is what we have to remember. This is a present indefinite tense. Now, see, the important point for present indefinite tense is mentioned over here. Is mentioned over here. If you can see, if I can point out properly, yeah, here, this one. Can you see? I go, we go, you go, they go, but he goes, she goes, it goes. That means with I and we first person, then you is second person. With this, we use just the verb. Okay, but with the third person, he, she, it, we use es. In case of go, it will be es. In case of other verb, it could be s. Like say come, it could have been come, c-o-m-e-s, just an s. But that's how it is with different word. It's either s or either es. And they, since they is plural, so it will be go. So with I, we, you, and they, we use go, and with he, she, it, we use goes. So this is the same principle with all the verbs. So this is what you have to remember for simple present tense. Now let us move further. We have discussed simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Now we shall see the next one, and that is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. Now continuous tense is used in those actions which are continuing, which are moving, which are happening at this very moment. Like I am going to school. I am going to school. I am going at this very moment. So the things which are happening at this very moment, there we use present continuous tense. Now what is the formula for present continuous tense? Subject, as you all know, subject is I, me, he, she, like this, Ram, Shyam. Then in continuous tense, this is what you have to remember. Am is are. Repeat after me. Am is are. Am is are. Continuous is am is are. Am is are is used only with continuous tense. Be it present, be it past, be it future. But am is are with continuous tense. Along with V1. V1 is the first part of first verb, first form, present tense, ing. Present tense form is used with ing. That means if we take go, so it becomes going, going. So I am going, you are going. With your friend, rest of the sentence. Okay, so this is the formula for present continuous tense. Remember children, to use am, is or are along with ing in the first form of verb. You either use am, is or are and forget the verb, or you add ing to the verb and forget am, is, are. Please don't do that. You have to use both of these two, am, is, are plus vi ing. Then comes example. An example, as you all know, since there are three types of sentences, so we have mentioned the three types. They are affirmative, she is playing in the field. The negative will be, she is not playing in the field. And interrogative will be, is she playing in the field? So that is how it is. Continuous tense, present continuous tense are used for situations which are happening at the moment. Now look at the box. Look at the box. See, the subject that I mentioned, subject will be I, we, you, they, these will be the subject, and am, is, are. Where do we mention am? Where do we mention is? And where do we mention are? So with I, it will be am. With we, you, and they, it will be are. And with he, she, it will be is. So this is am, is, are. Okay. With the subject, we use one of these words, and go becomes going. Come will become coming. Sing will become singing. Run will become running. Continuous, and you have to mind the spelling. So this is for present continuous tense. Now let us move forward. The next will be present perfect tense. Now students, present perfect tense is a little confusing, because though the word present is mentioned, these things, they have happened in the past. Okay, but they are called present perfect tense because their effect is still there. Their effect is still there, so it is known as present perfect tense. These are some of the situations where present perfect tense are used. You can read them, but then the most important thing is, these events, they have taken place in the past, but their effect is still lingering, and so they are known as present perfect tense. And what is the formula for present perfect tense? It is subject plus has or have plus v3. Now you remember what is v3? It is the past participle form of the verb plus rest of the sentence. So let us see what they are. Now, present perfect tense, we use I have, we have, you have, they have. Okay, he has, she has, it has. As I told you, has or have are used. So has is used with he, she, it, and have are used with these four. So this is how sentence are built. Suppose I have given you a letter. I have given you a letter. Uh, Means I might be telling you right now that I have given you a letter. I have given in the past, but I am telling you now, and the effect is still now. The letter is still with you. The effect is still there. So these are the situations where we use present perfect tense. Or it can be he has gone to the market. Means he has gone to the market and hasn't come back yet. So the effect of going to the market is still there. You have sung in the concert. Means you have sung in the concert, and that effect, it is still there in everybody's mind. You have sung in the concert. So for situations which have happened in the past, but the effect is still on, for those situations we use present perfect tense. And remember, it is has or have with the different subjects, and the third form of the verb, that is the past participle, which we say v3 here, like gone. If I have mentioned here gone, when I have gone, we have gone, she has gone, like that. Okay, so this is present perfect tense, where we use have or has plus v3, plus v3, has oblique have plus v3. So remember this much for present perfect tense. Then let's move on. Present perfect continuous tense. So this is the last of the present tense. Now, where do we use this particular form of tense? It is used to describe those events which started a little while ago, sometimes in the past, and it is still continuing. Suppose you're standing in the bus stop waiting for the bus for almost an hour. So how it will be said? It will be said in this way: You have been waiting at the bus stop for almost an hour. That means for 1 hour you have been waiting for the bus and you are still waiting. Okay, it started sometimes in the past and it is still going. So those situations are mentioned in by this particular form of tense. Present perfect continuous, started in the past, still going. Suppose you are playing in your mobile for almost an hour. So how will your mother tell? She will say, you have been working on your mobile or you have been playing with your mobile for almost an hour. Now come and help me in the kitchen. You have been playing. You have been playing. That means you started playing an hour back and you are still doing that. So it's such a long time, no? Always hooked up to mobile. Not good. So this is where we use present perfect continuous. So this is what present tense is all about. Present tense, it has four forms as all the tenses have, and we have discussed the situations where these particular tenses are used. So I hope you have got an overview of present tense. Remember that to master the tenses you will have to know the three forms of verb and also the formulas are very important. Okay, so you make a chart and place it in some prominent place in your house, keep looking at it, get hold of the formulas, and then tenses will become a cakewalk for you. It will be no big deal. All the four tenses of every three types of tense will be very easy to you. You should know in which situation to use which type of tense. So that's all about it. uh, so let us just sum it up with one sentence. I'll say one sentence and also show you how to write in the four forms this particular sentence. So let's take a sentence. Say, I write a letter. Okay, I write a letter. It's present indefinite tense. Now, present continuous tense, I am writing. We will add am and write plus ing, writing. I am writing. Present perfect tense, I have written. In present perfect tense, remember, we use the third form, V3. Okay, that is the past participle. So, write, past participle is written. So, as I told you, you have to remember the past participle form of every verb. So, I have written a letter. Then present perfect continuous, I have been writing a letter. I have been writing a letter. So this is how we write different form of tenses. So that's all for today. Hope to see you in the next video. That will be on past tense. So as I told you, we shall be completing tense in 4 videos. This is second of the series. In the first video, we have given an overview of tenses plus verb forms plus types of sentences. I hope you have seen that video. Go through these videos again and again to master the concept of tenses, and I can assure you, you will never have a problem in this. So till we meet again, bye bye. Happy studying.